Local and national disaster strike, people often must rely on dogs to become heroes. And this morning we are going to meet Charlie and Tank.
Oh, two canines going through the training to become Arizona search dogs. Nico Santos is live this morning at the Phoenix Fire Special Operations Facility. Nico?
Good morning, guys. What do you think of the new gear? I'm all prepared here because we're going to get down and dirty. I have my running shoes on. We got gloves. I got a hard hat on because we're going to jump inside what you see here behind us. A ton of rubble planned for search and rescue operations for training here. They're going to have 29 canines out here. And this is for the FEMA Disaster Preparedness Certification that's happening here in Phoenix this weekend. So they're testing out a number of things like obedience and agility. And we have a couple of people, just as you see Daniel Clark's going down there. There's a number of spots in this rubble here behind us where I'm going to be able to hide, and you'll see that in the next hour or so, about 6:30. They're going to actually look for me. We'll talk about that in just a little bit, but if I can ask a few questions here, do you mind introducing yourself?
Hi, Armando Navarro.
Armando, so who do you have here? Who's your friend here today?
I have 3-month-old also. He's one of the newest members to our teams. He's going to be a lifeline search and rescue dog.
But so he's still in the training phase. I don't imagine you're going to use him today to find me.
No, we just brought him out because a lot of this is just still getting him familiar with the pile and being out here and being used to around people and cameras, and anything else we can get him exposed to is the better.
So is there such thing as too early to start training for a dog?
Never too early.
Okay, interesting. So maybe
what you're going to teach him. Depends on what you're going to teach him.
Okay, got you. So maybe next year when we do this again, he'll search for me, right? Oh, yeah. But we have someone with a little more experience here. Introduce yourself, please.
My name's Brian.
And Brian, who do we have here as your partner?
This is Free. He's a 5-year-old black lab.
And then, so in the 5 years, I imagine he's been doing training for the majority of his life. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And he's very interested in the microphone, huh? Oh, sorry, this is my toy. Maybe later we'll get you one, though. So is he going to be the one searching for me today, or do we have a number of dogs planned for this?
He will probably be one of the primary search dogs for us today.
Gotcha.
He's quite good.
And so if I'm going to be hiding underneath this rubble here as we take a closer look at some of the conditions out here, this is to a mock natural disaster. Just think of anything like 9/11 attacks, Hurricane Katrina and things like that, where people are trapped, where people are injured or worse even, and they have to jump into this as soon as possible to find people, to find survivors, hopefully. How long would you estimate that it'll take for one of the dogs to find me when I hide later?
Oh, probably here today, I'd say under 30 seconds.
Under 30 seconds. Okay, so you might have to time that. Okay, so with that said, this is a training that's happening all week long. They have 29 canines here. Again, this is for the FEMA Disaster Preparedness Certification that all these dogs have to pass. And we're going to put them to the test at 6:30, so we'll see you guys in about an hour or so.
Yeah, it's really fascinating work. I've done that before. Yeah, they find you in less than a minute. It is quick, and they are not messing around in that whole demo right there.
Hoping.
There's shattered glass there. There's open rebar, all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible dogs. Good noses.
Check out this adorable dog right there. Oh, look, he's a little tired this morning as he gets out a big old yawn right there. 5:53. He is part of a search and rescue drill that's happening this morning. Our Nico Santos is there out in Phoenix, and he will be demonstrating what it is like to be found by one of those rescue dogs. Really, they help save lives. So that should be a really interesting segment coming up in our next hour.
Agencies rely on search and rescue dogs, and this morning we are showing you Charlie and Tank, two heroes in training.
And we are going to put their training to the test. Our Nico Santos is live with the Phoenix Fire Department for a drill. Nico, show us.
I can't imagine you think this is the most flattering angle of me, but this is what you get at 6:30 in the morning on 12 today. We're hiding inside of this concrete tube. It's easily about 4 or 5 inches deep, so we're trying to kind of conceal my scent from the dogs, and they're going to search for me in just a little bit. And this is part of the whole weekend training that they have with the Phoenix Fire Department. I'm using my camera to get this angle, recording what happens here to see how long exactly it takes. Now there's 29 canines that they're dealing with here, and they're training them on different skills, including agility and obedience and things like that. And really the real test is to see if they're able to find me. One important thing to note during this training is if they alert an area where there is no one there, that's an automatic fail. So the stakes are very high for these canines here. I'm not sure how long, if they're already searching for us. Clark, are you able to let me know that? Are they searching right away? Right. So we're waiting right here inside there, and in just a little bit before they start this search, they're going to seal me up inside of this in this pipe. It's a little tight fit. I am 6'4", so this is kind of tough. If you're claustrophobic, well, this is definitely not an assignment for you. But hey, you're gonna get getting paid today to play hide and seek with dogs, so I guess I can't really complain too much about my job today. And so right now they're sealing me up, still working on putting a board in front of me, kind of concealing a little bit my scent. And actually, this pipe has 2 openings. There's one right above me, maybe 6 feet behind me, and they were telling me that when the dogs start searching, that there's no way for them to know for sure which angle they're going to find me from. But as long as they find me, that's the goal. If they never find me, well, you guys may never see me again. I don't know how you feel about that. Matt Morrow might be happy to not have me back in the newsroom here. Anyway, so from my point of view, I'm looking up now. I can see that the sky is blue a little bit, but it's pretty well sealed off actually inside of this tube. There's a ton of debris above me. And I can see the skylight right now as the sun is starting to rise over this training facility. At this time, I think that they are actively searching for me, but we're just waiting
Nico,
to see what happens here.
I know
don't know
you
if you guys were able to hear me back there, but
see the dog is searching for you right now. The dog, in fact, has kind of gone on the other side of that whole debris area. It's still trying to find, it's still trying to pick up your scent. They say it takes less than a minute, and the dog is very close to you, and it looks like, oh, very, very close. Looks like he could possibly be close to getting a hit. Kind of difficult to see because I kind of lost where
I lost
Nico
track of where Nico was. That
buried
shows you just
alive.
how realistic this is.
Oh,
That everything
absolutely.
looks the same, and the dog, the only thing it's using is its sense of smell right there, trying to get a better idea of exactly what's going on.
It's
See
very
some
close by. Maybe if Daniel can zoom out and see where the dog is at this moment. I don't think the dog got a hit just yet.
Now there's some of the handlers there still looking around, working with the dog. Again, these are dogs in training, so it may not work perfectly for the first 30 seconds or so like it would with an experienced search and rescue dog, but that's why they do these, to be able to find people and save their lives if a natural disaster hits.
here's pretty bad, so I might.
Yeah, and just to give you an idea of that whole entire area, because I've been through this training before, and in my circumstance, both dogs, less than a minute. They found me immediately.
So they were experienced search and rescue dogs?
No, they were still in training.
Okay.
They were still in training, and again, I think maybe the dog got a hit.
There he goes.
Right there,
He's
yeah,
barking.
because when it gets a hit, it'll start to bark, it'll start to alert the firefighter to let them know, hey, we found somebody. And then the firefighters will come in, they will perform that rescue. Again, Nico being buried alive. We use that term loosely there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're able to find Nico. It seemed like it took a little bit over a minute though.
That's still pretty darn good,
Yeah.
all things considered.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Now Nico, all 6+ feet of him can get out of that little
6'4".
hole.
Yeah, there he
There
is. He found him right there.
And then you're supposed to immediately reward the dog with a treat.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Good job.
So glad
Very
what they do.
nice.
There, he got his toy. All right. Thank you, Nico. We'll talk to you soon. Nico Santos back from his adventure with the Phoenix Fire Department's search and rescue dogs. Nico?
Yeah, I'm just counting my blessings that I didn't have to use this. They gave me a radio just in case they weren't able to find me, but fortunately that wasn't the case. And that's thanks to my friend down here. This is Free. Free was the one who found me and is actually kind of excited to run around and play a little bit more. That's basically what they say the training is consisting of. They get rewarded with toys when they find people, and they got one, or Free got a toy today when he found me, and so he's just hanging out right now, waiting for the next adventure. I think I'll wait until next year, though. I'm good for now in terms of adventure.
No doubt about it. Free, he lived up to his name. He was able to free Nico. Great to see the dogs in action there. Thank you, Nico.